Hello, this is a message for someone who struggles a lot with their self-image and self-esteem. And it's a silent struggle that you deal with every day, and you've probably dealt with it for years and years, most of your life, and you don't know basically how to accept yourself and feel good about yourself no matter what you do. So you're a person that has tried many things to feel better about yourself. And even when you're at your best and when you've achieved your goals, you still feel shitty. You feel less than. This might have made you into kind of a crabby person, a critical person, a person who criticizes others a lot is what I'm getting. And you can be mean. Maybe you're mean to yourself too. When I say mean, like maybe you have a dark take on things you perceive. Say you're watching a movie, you have the dark take. Say you see a public figure do something, you have the dark take. And what I'm getting, if this message is for you, this is actually about public figures. This is actually about you. You're very focused on public figures. If this message is for you, I'm getting someone that is very preoccupied with famous people, but not just famous entertainers, also like maybe politicians, maybe influencers, maybe any kind of public figure. Maybe I'm just getting just people everyone knows. Like it doesn't matter for what. You're very preoccupied with those types of people, and you're very critical of them. But also, the reason you feel so strongly about these people is because you're using them as role models, whether you realize it or not. You're disappointed in your role models. Maybe when you were younger, you looked at people with more positive eyes, public figures, and they disappointed you. Your heroes disappointed you, or you saw behind the curtain. So now you maintain that sort of preoccupation with public figures and their famous lives or whatever the hell. But you now have a sort of jaded take on it all. And what's happening here is you're like measuring yourself up against these people as if they were the examples of life or something to go model yourself after. And years ago, again, I'm getting that you tried and you just always feel like you fall short, like you can't be like them. And that in combination with their disappointing you because their actions haven't matched up to what you were hoping or what you think the standard should be for public figures, that now you have this whole jaded view of life, but just because of them, because of these public figures you've given so much importance to throughout your life. And I'm getting, again, it's all kinds of public figures, like musicians and actors and like TV news people maybe, or just like, this like American cultural icons is what I'm getting, but I guess this could be from any country, But it says you're really preoccupied with these types of people. And again, you used to look at them with a lot more like glitz. You used to be more fascinated by them and be more impressed by them. Now you're more disappointed in them. You interpret that as being disappointed in the human species, but that's not true. You're disappointed in public figures, specifically a very curated group of them that are relevant in your life for whatever reason. But you've made them relevant for whatever reason. That's the only reason they're relevant. But first of all, there are infinitely more public figures than the ones you're focused on. That's something to take note of. Second of all, these are not people. I mean, they're people, but they are not the representatives of the human race. So it's important to understand that you being disappointed in the 30 to 50 public figures you've been focused on most of your adult life doesn't mean that you are actually disappointed in the human race. You're just disappointed in that group that you selected of public figures to represent humankind. You could choose different ones, and trust me, the world's really large. I'm sure there's hundreds of Chinese public figures you're not aware of, hundreds of Russian public figures you're not aware of, hundreds of Indian public figures you're not aware of. The world is really large. You have chosen, because of your location, life, circle influences a very specific group, and they have disappointed you because of the expectations you had of them to be this demigod type people that set a wonderful example for humanity. They have failed to do that, so now you think it's misanthropy, you think it's, you know, you hate humankind and you're disappointed in humankind. What you need to do, the message I'm getting, is to solve this issue in your life and redirect your energies, which is going to be enormously beneficial for you if this message is for you. You need to, first of all, divorce yourself from this group of public figures you've focused so much on for so long. If you're disappointed in them, it's time to focus on other ones, or none at all. You could also start looking for real life people that you have access to, and start looking for ones that you actually respect and focus more on those people. You could also look for fictional characters in novels and things like that you can actually look up to. Heroes, okay, real heroes. You could come up with literary heroes, people you admire. You could come up with past historical figures, or you could come up with current, normal, everyday people that surround you that are admirable for, you know, I'm sure a number of reasons there. I mean, we have incredible people all around us, and often we don't realize because we're so focused on our phones, okay? So maybe your grandma is the person to focus on and not whoever, you know what I mean? So it's all about changing your focus and finding what's good about humanity and what role models are worth pursuing in different individuals. So you stop feeling such jadedness and negativity towards the human race in general. Once you change your focus to those people and you put your energy into emulating things, because it seems like you're someone that needs a lead. And so that's maybe why you're so focused on public figures, because you sort of feel like you need leaders of thought and style is what I'm getting. Like you want to know who to follow trend-wise or something like that, like what's in, and like you just need different references. I'm also gonna, you know, on a side note, this is not anything I'm downloading right now. On my personal note to you on this is, it might be worth it to just focus on yourself more and less on other people. If you're so disappointed with people, maybe focus on what qualities can I foster in myself to feel good about life and to feel like I'm doing what I wish these people were doing, to be good examples. Like if they're not going to be good examples, I'll be a good example. I'll be a good role model, even if no one's paying attention to me, just so I can feel good about the life I'm leading and humanity in general, because someone like me is trying their best outside of any other influence. You could do that. But if you feel like you're someone that needs other people to follow, there are, I'm sure, other examples. You just have to change your perspective, and that is the message I am downloading, that this is all a matter of being hyper focused on certain group of people that you have curated yourself, of people you don't know, and just sort of judging their behavior and being disappointed in them, almost like, yeah, like demigods. You idolize these people, you put them on pedestals, they disappointed you, and now you've taken that really personally into heart, and now you're disappointed sort of in the human race. And, you know, it's taking a toll on your happiness and mental health. And this could be solved by a mentality switch and a perspective switch and a focusing on a different group of people. So I hope that helps.